This video here is going to quickly go over the 3 different attributes of all different types of cars. I'm going to make it a focus for first cars because I know that's my audience. So first cars, mainly you're going to have to think about practicality, reliability, and you're going to have to think of performance. And essentially it makes a big kind of triangle like this, right? So what you would want is a car that kind of like does all 3. Like in an ideal world, you'd have a car that does that to that to that, right? So what you'll actually get most of the time is most cars will do 2 of these things. So it will be like no practicality, lots of performance, and maybe even no reliability either. Like maybe even no reliability either. It could just literally be all performance and it'll all be concentrated in this little corner of the triangle. Those are like most supercars and things like that. Most first cars are going to be something like, they're not going to be super extreme of any of them really. Maybe on reliability or something, but they're not going to be like super extreme. Generally first cars are quite small and things like that. So for an example, a first car, Mazda MX-5, not practical at all. So we're not even going to give it the scale on here. It's pretty much not a practical car at all. It is kind of quite performance for a first car. It is quite performance oriented, and it's also actually quite reliable. So I'd put that in like that. So this kind of area here is where most sports cars lie. It'll be like here or here or something like that, and that's kind of where it would lie. So that's the MX-5. But most people do want a reliable car, so they are going to prioritize something on this side of this, and quite a lot of them will probably want it practical. So for the non-car enthusiast people, this will just not be a good car to drive. So you wouldn't really consider something like an MX-5. Another car I was looking at, this is the Suzuki Swift Sport. We'll just pick this one for the sake of it. This is, I think, one of the best first cars you can get. This is the closest you can get to all 3 different types. So you've got performance. It's not as performance oriented as the MX-5. I'm going to put it like here. It's still got fun ideas, like it's got a really fun engine and things like that, but it isn't entirely performance. It's kind of like an old Suzuki. It's only got 120 horsepower or something like that. It's not like focused on performance that much, but something like the practicality is also probably not that high. I think it's better than the MX-5, but it has only got 2 doors. There's barely any space in the back. There's not really that nice interior. Like if we look at the interior, it's nothing special at all. Like there's not really anything to write home about in the sense of the interior and things like that. I would say that the practicality is definitely better. It's a hatchback, so it's definitely going to work. So I'd put that around here. But the reliability is actually really, really good. So you end up with a car that's like that. I think this is really, really good for a first car because the reliability, tick, you've done that. The practicality, you've kind of done it, but I get if you need a car more practical, there are some other options out there, but like even for just general young drivers, you might not even need the extra space, and maybe you don't even want to, be a taxi for everyone as well. So practicality, it's okay. It's like it's all right, and then performance, it's not the highest performance, but you will have a lot of fun, and I think that's what matters most for like first cars and like new drivers and stuff. Fun, and you'll learn about your engine. Like you'll really learn about it. These things rev quite high, so you'll learn how to like rev out your engine and things like that. It's I think this is a really fun, really good first car to have. You just learn all of the basics of driving with it. The next car that I've got on here is the Honda Jazz. Whether it's the Mark 1 or the Mark 2 doesn't really matter. So I'll click a random Mark 1. I don't really know if this one's good or not, but this here, this has a lot of practicality. This is one of the most practical cars you can get. The amount of boot space, the amount of stuff you can do with the chairs like fold upwards. So you get like tons of space in the back here. You can fold them downwards as well to have way, way, way more space. This is the most practical car you can get in this price range, in this kind of space of cars. Extremely reliable. However, performance, it is lacking. It's surprisingly fun, but the performance is lacking. And I don't even think it's worth even putting any performance points on this. This is like this is not a performance car by any means. This is just the car for somebody who's like does not care. He just wants to get A to B. It really does have a lot of practicality, and it's really reliable as well. Figure out what you um, genuinely want from your car. Consider what do you really need, and go from there. If you're like a student and you're also a car enthusiast, still focus on these two things here, and from that, see how much performance you can really get from these two being maximized. And yeah, so that is everything.